First up, we have some animal rights activists.
Wait a second.
What? Relax, Kevin.
They think the solution to animal suffering is through veganism.
Oh, what a creepy guy. Wow.
Wow.
That's some long-ass hair.
What about a slaughterhouse? You say you're not for animal cruelty, but to eat meat, an animal has to go into a slaughterhouse.
Preach.
You're such a con artist.
I'm a fine-tuned athlete. I could kick his ass in squash every day.
To keep them alive.
You know, a lot of talking, and you're not getting anywhere right now.
Farm is eventually killed in a slaughterhouse.
More
Does that
preaching.
constitute cruelty in
Let's
your eyes
leave
or
all
not?
the passion and all this.
The kumbaya. First of all, your presentation sucked.
Because he's a bastard.
I don't think this is going to work.
I find you enormously abrasive. You drive me nuts. I feel as though you don't have the capacity to listen. Could you imagine what kind of a partner you would make for me?
I have no interest in going on the journey with you. I'm out.
But should someone be allowed to be harmed by someone else simply because the person harming them is more intelligent than they are?
Man, you're right, bro.
All right.
No, that's true. I agree with that. I don't know.
Are you guys out of your friggin' minds?
Yes, you are.
It's nutty. It'll never work.
So we talked about earlier. We talked about giving animals a good life.
This idea is without merit. It's going to zero. Take it behind the barn and shoot it.
Take it out behind the barn and shoot it.
Go out in the back and shoot it.
And shoot it. You got to take it behind the barn and shoot it.
Take it behind the barn and shoot it. Cows need to be milked.
Drag this thing around the back of the barn and I shoot it. Because you're wasting your time with this.
For some reason, I don't trust you.
So I'd like to come back to that because with factory farming, we agree it's wrong.
Are you starting a cult or something?
You're not persuasive at all. What is odd to me is you have an answer to everything immediately, and it's all even. I feel like I'm with a robot here, a really smart robot.
They remind me of Bambi
sometimes-
jumping around in the forest and then...
You cannot do a deal with something where you hate the animal.
No, I love the animals.
You don't. You just love money.
You're an idiot.
This story just became really bad all of a sudden.
Yeah, it did.
That was very moving.
I feel sick. I feel sick and angry. If you wanted to depict hell, it would be something like this. This is hell. And it's paid for by the consumer. This hell is paid for by you, the consumer of eggs. It's horrible. The answer is to stop looking at eggs as a product, as a resource, even backyard eggs, okay? The reason that these massive industrial facilities exist is because once upon a time someone looked at this as a product and now they have to meet the demand for this product. So please, don't look at eggs as food. Boycott the egg industry. Live vegan, okay? Not for me, but for the animals. If you're opposed to this disgusting suffering, please, live vegan.
Okay.
Right now, I get it.
I feel so ashamed to be a human being.
Look how sad her face is. They're covered in feces, they're living on top of feces. All they smell all day is feces. Pigs have a really sensitive sense of smell. This is just so wrong. She is suffering incredibly. Look at her. Oh my God, man.
It's moving, I gotta tell you.
I do often wonder if vegans are maybe the devolution of man. Like in 20 years, maybe we're going to turn back into like monkeys, or because we stop eating meat.
You have to be really careful about your claims.
Well, we may be monkeys, but at least we won't have like coronary heart disease and such.
A lot of people don't want to adapt, they don't want to change, even when they know what's in their best interest. You're trying to educate people who may not feel they need the education.
I actually tell my dogs, I'm like, I love you before I leave the house, so I know I love them.
You weren't born a deer, otherwise you'd have a bullet in the heart. No.
You have daydreams about, we'd all go back to living in caves or living off the land or living off little log cabins. That's where I find my enjoyment.
But you'd be dead at 30.
Still being that.
In that life, you'd be dead at 30.
But hey, I'd have had a great life.
But you live day-to-day survival. There's no enjoyment in that life. It's a life of fear. That's not an aspirational life. And I think you can say it's an aspirational life because you live such a comfortable life now.
Okay, well, don't you think you could find some sort of creative value, like
I paint and draw as well.
Value? Okay, well,
I don't just.
So you can find a passion that doesn't have a victim.
I don't want to change my job. I just enjoy butchery. I think it's a skill. When I display a window every day and lay everything out and it looks lovely.
I'm sure it looks lovely, all the body
I like
parts
to do that, and that's never going to change.
It makes absolutely no sense. It's amazing to me that you don't see what's wrong with that picture.
Why are you being so mean, Barbara?
I'm being mean because I'm annoyed, that's why.
I look forward to getting into work and dressing a window.
Hanging up all the
I
body parts.
like doing that.
I think if God really was to talk to you about whether you should kill animals or not kill animals, I think God, who promotes peace and non-violence, would prefer that you put the knives and the guns away and you stop killing. Because right now, if you eat animals, you've got blood on your hands. Do you think God will prefer that versus not having blood on your hands and just leaving animals alone?
Look, that's
great.
If you look at it that way, plants have lives as well.
Here we go.
They're breathing. There's something that has a life as well. You eat them as well, don't you?
Yeah, but if I take a knife out and I stab a puppy, and then I cut a blade of grass, do you think they're the same thing?
You're a really, really great guy with a really, really bad idea this time.
Worst excuse ever.
I got a real Mark.
This is horrible. Come back with something better. This sucks. I'm out.
If you say that I abuse animals, you abuse plants. You're a plant killer.
You murderer! I can't believe I'm watching this. That's insane.
What about them? Don't you think they suffer from pain when you...
Absolutely not.
They do.
Are you serious? Are you really that clueless?
Oh my goodness, are you kidding? Now I'm gonna rip you to pieces. Are you out of your mind?
No.
Why would you think this? That's obscene. That's ridiculous. It's stupid.
You've gone out of the world of belief and theory, and now you're in the world of proof. You have to give me proof.
It's nonsense, Robert. It's all nonsense across the board.
It all depends on how, again, they're treated and how they're culled. I mean...
Is there a right way to kill someone?
No, there isn't.
Thanks for being honest.
Wow, what a turnaround. I didn't see that coming.
I was not expecting that answer.
You will not kill an animal to eat it, but you will slaughter all manner of plant life and eat it.
Meathead guy.
So you're okay with that, but not eating the animals. You have judged that your side of the tree of life is more important than this other side of the tree of life.
It's unbelievable.
Stinky poo-poo. It's ridiculous.
You really need help, buddy. I mean, I'm so frustrated listening to this. I want to no, I shouldn't say that. Anger management. This
What are you gonna do, Kevin?
You must stop this. There is no hope. This is a really bad idea.
I've never seen Kevin breathe so hard.
Just plain stupid.
This is ridiculous. Now you're just pissing me off.
It's just ridiculous.
Who taught you that dead animals are food?
I think it's just in our culture, kind of. And it's in a lot of cultures, you know.
So culturally, it's hard.
Animals are eating animals, you know.
Some animals. Almost 75% of animals on this planet are herbivores.
But
I'm loving
Here we
this.
go. When you see a lion eating a zebra,
That doesn't make any sense.
Just listening to this is so painful.
And you're.
But I notice you have clothes on. and I notice that you have a cell phone and you have a computer. It is unfair to pick one thing that lions do that you want to mimic when you don't want to mimic anything else they do. When lions walk up and greet each other, they sniff each other's ass. When I came in this room, you did not kneel down and sniff my ass.
I love it. the signs. I like this guy.
All right. Okay, lions sometimes kill their young when they're runts. Okay, if a human being killed their baby because they didn't want him, we arrest them and charge them with murder. Could you go to a courtroom and say, hey, but Your Honor, lions kill their babies, can't I? It's
But
an
it's their
unfair.
survivor.
It's an unfair comparison. You're not a lion.
Wow, that was really good.
Food chain.
Yeah.
Food chain. Shut up, mate.
The food chain, are you part of the food chain?
Yeah, we're the top.
You're the top.
We're the top of the food chain.
So if you go in the ocean with a shark, you're going to get mauled, man.
We're an apex predator.
No, you're not.
That definitely constitutes cruelty. I'm going vegan.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Saru,
I like it.
Wow. Wow. That was unbelievable.
I need a drink.
Painful to watch that. Thanks for coming.